Hi everyone. Uh, my name is Dr. Ayuro, as always. In today's episode, I am going to have a very lovely conversation with one of the Ghanaian students who is currently studying at Lithuania. Now, most students actually know of Canada, they know of the UK, they know of the US, Australia, and Germany, Netherlands, and mention all the big names. China. So most of you are always dreaming of studying in those countries. But I tell you what, there are very lovely small countries around Europe that gives you the same equal opportunity to study and to discover your potentials and achieve your goals and achieve your dreams in life. And so I have this lovely uh, individual here I'm going to have a conversation with regarding his journey to Lithuania and how you watching me today can also get to study there, either for your bachelor's or for your master's or even for a PhD program. So stick around, enjoy this video, and don't forget to ask your questions at the comment section, and I'll try my best to answer them for you and to get him to answer all your comments that you want or questions that you want to ask regarding his journey and studies in Lithuania. Have you heard of that? Well, today you'll get to know more about Lithuania and the opportunities available for you also to go there and study. All right, so Victor, give us a little brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Victor Ayete. As he mentioned, I'm also a Ghanaian student and currently studying in Vilnius University in Lithuania. Vilnius University is one of the public universities, one of the top public universities that you will find in Lithuania. And so I find myself there studying and having a good time with my studies.
That's
not
good.
a usual thing to say for students having a good time.
because one would say, for students, you should say, Charlie, things are tough, but
yeah,
you're having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I believe so because comparing my system in Ghana and what I currently receive, I believe that the education system is good, is a bit flexible for me and in my context. I have a lot of room to be able to explore, to be able to understand what I'm studying, and then how I can use that in the future, especially when it comes to going into the field.
And you saw all the countries in this world.
Yeah.
And you decided to go to Lithuania.
Yeah.
How did you even hear of this country? Because for some people, where is this a country in this world? How why Lithuania? Why not any other place?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. I think for me, the first thing that came to mind was, where is this country? Because I met somebody, a citizen from that country, back in 2019, and I met a few people I think the following year as well, and it became like, okay, something new that I want to know this country because of what they said about it and how the people even engaged with me.
Right.
And so, fast forward 2022, I was deciding to study and I kept searching for schools, especially in Europe. I was looking at Finland, I was looking at, the Netherlands, France, and even Germany and other places. But I had some background in marketing, all right, from Koforidua Technical University. And so I was looking to further in the business field, and I kept searching for businesses, and I had a recommendation from the internet, about this program that I'm currently studying, which is international business.
Okay.
From Vilnius University. So I decided that, okay, let me just take my chances and, put in the application. And so far, like I said, I'm having fun with the program. Yeah.
You said you got a recommendation from internet.
Yeah, so I was searching for schools, especially from the Baltics, and then Lithuania let me just say where it is. Lithuania, yes, is part of the Baltic states, the 3 Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania.
Right.
And it's very close to the north of Europe. It's also close to the, Eastern Europe. And so it's find itself in the middle there. And so when I was searching for schools in, for instance, Finland, I got other recommendations of, places that you can study international business. So,
Okay.
I clicked on it and followed the process. I read about it, and I found myself in the Vilnius University Business School studying international business.
Wow. I mean, look, for me, when I was deciding to study abroad, Lithuania was not one of the countries, because I don't, and most of you would agree with me that Lithuania is not one of the countries that you know or you've heard about, but it's actually a European country.
Yeah.
And it offers all the quality of education like any
that you
other
find,
European country.
Exactly.
Wow, that's interesting. And what would one need to have to be able to go and study there? Do you need something special?
So for Lithuania, I think in my case, one of the things I was trying to avoid.
Come a bit so that
so that we fit into the frame. So one of the things I was trying to avoid was to write the IELTS or the other English, certification exams. But and unfortunately, when I found this course and I was reading the requirements, I was informed that the only thing I needed was, English proficiency certificate from my previous studies. And as a Ghanaian, we've been studying in English from
primary
kindergarten.
From primary kindergarten.
So I was like, thank God, this is what I need. So I went to my university, my previous university. I told them this is what I need. So I got my certification for English proficiency. I got my transcripts, and then I got my, certificates. Certified.
Certified copies.
Certified copies of all my certificates, and then, I had to present it, and so the process was a bit, smooth for me. So, I saw the requirements just like any other universities that you apply for, especially in Europe. You see the requirements, you put in the application, and then I got a feedback, and I was arranged for an interview.
Okay. And
then after the interview, I had, a feedback, for my admissions, and everything happens, within 2 to 3 weeks.
So fast.
From the start of application to getting admission, everything happened within 2 to 3 weeks. So that was one of the reasons that I thought, okay, let me just accept this admission offer and then just go there and then.
So from the application to getting notification that you have admission, it's almost like a month.
Yeah. As fast as it, they mean business. Vilnius University means business at this point. So admissions mostly, especially for Africa, I know that or non-European starts from I think the 1st of January. For certain courses, some starts before, but certain courses start from 1st of January. So as at the time you may be watching this video, admission process is ongoing. So vu.lt, and then you find all the information.
Let's get the address, the website. Well,
so the website is vu.lt. Yes, that's all. And then you can find any of the courses from medicine to the business courses to the economics and administration, physics, all the courses that you need. Whether it's bachelor program that you want to do your master programs, you want to do your postgraduates, which is the PhD, everything, you can find it there. So it's looking at the environment, looking at Vilnius University in general. The environment is very accommodating, that you find yourself there and you have access to all the facilities that you need. I can specifically speak for my faculty of Vilnius University Business School, because that's where I currently am, and that is where I experience a lot in my daily routine. So I wake up in the morning, I go to my faculty, I go for my lectures. Sometimes, you have flexible, times, lecture hours, and then, there's the media room for, your projects, personal projects, projects that you want to use it for. There's a resourceful library, very close within the vicinity, the campus that you can walk to,
right,
24/7. So you can study throughout the night. You can go out and come in as
and
you
it's
want.
safe.
It's safe. The place is very
no
safe.
one is coming to collect your laptop.
You can leave your laptop on your desk, on the table, go to your dormitory or go to your hostel or go to your accommodation. You can go and eat and come back. You still find it there. And it's quite like, enjoyable. As I mentioned, I'll keep saying enjoyable because it gives you that good mindset to know what to study and how to be able to, engage with others. And all my courses are in English, so I think that's one thing I need to mention.
Of course. Most people want to know whether you have to the language.
Yeah.
So the course that you are doing, or most courses are run in English.
Yes. So there are English courses and then there are Lithuanian courses. Or the same course can be taught in Lithuanian and in English. And so you have, the preference to study, in Lithuanian. If you can speak Lithuanian, you have that level of certification, good for you. But if you can't, English.
Those watching me, they want to study in English. They don't want to try the Lithuanian. But one of the things, so that means that you didn't have to go and look for some agent to.
No, for my case, I didn't look for any agent. I applied directly to the university's website, and then I got the feedback. And then the other good thing is that when you apply and then you get feedback from like the international relations office and you send them an email, they respond like as quick as possible to be able to make sure that you get the good feedback, you get the results you need. So I was emailing the admissions office with a lot of queries and
questions.
They were always giving feedback in real time.
And that is the thing I want to talk to you, the one listener. Listen, stop always bothering people. Questions. Look, get to the website of the universities.
Yes.
Okay.
If you can't find
don't worry yourself with people. Agent, come and let me take you this 1,000 Ghana cedis to help you apply to school in Canada. What? No. Always go to the university website itself.
Yeah.
And you search around. You navigate around. You find the student support office or whatever they call it in that school. International Relations Office. If you send an email and ask any question regarding admissions, they will respond you.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that. So you have all the unlimited hours to ask the questions that will help you prepare a very nice application to get the results. So it is always good to spend time. I've always said that, look, studying abroad is for people who know their stuff. You can't be disorganized. You need to organize yourself. How to even write the email to the school, to how to package yourself, your documents. All that needs to be well organized before you even start the application. So the question I want to ask is that, did you have to write a motivation?
Yeah.
Okay. So what by your experience, what do you think the people they look for in the motivation? Because some people, they write the motivation, they don't get the response from the schools.
Yeah.
Give me 2-3 things you think people should actually make sure when they are writing their motivation, they touch on.
Yeah.
If you can, anything like that.
Yeah. So when I was, applying for my program, one of the things that I had to put in was my, motivation letter. And, I applied. When I was applying, I had 3 choices for the programs I can pick. And I had to fill in my details. And then my motivation was one of the key things that I think gave me the opportunity to even get admission in the first place, because in my motivation, definitely I talked about myself, but it was more focused on my experience, what I have done,
Perfect,
and what I look forward to using the experience, the knowledge that I'm going to get from the experience, in a university for.
Good.
So, I think for me, it was just about 5 short paragraphs. The first one was just a summary of myself, my background in work experience. And then I moved on to, first paragraph, what I thought, I could use these results for.
Right.
And luckily, I also had some work experience. And so from there, I picked, some feedback from my supervisors or my managers, the result I was able to achieve during my time working. So for instance, I was working in digital marketing, right? And so when I was working and promoting and helping meeting my KPIs, key performance indicators, my managers definitely will have to write a report about my performance.
Good.
And so I put that particular, paragraph was focused on, okay, I helped the company increase, revenue by 12 point maybe something percent. And that is something authentic that they can verify.
Because it's linked to
the company.
The reference they've sent, they've written for you is linked.
Yes.
So they will see that the reference letter that your boss wrote for you, he says you helped achieve that. Then when they go to your motivation, you've actually highlighted, so it's
there's a connection.
That is credibility.
Definitely, there's a connection there. And so that was like my focus was, okay, I'm going to study international business, and I've had experience in marketing. So I was connecting the fact that, okay, this is what I've been able to do, this is what I look forward to doing. And then when I get the chance to study in your university, based on what you have advertised, based on the profile or the program curriculum that you are advertising, if I'm able to get access to the information and then the knowledge that you are putting on the table, I move on to become this person.
Good.
I move on to become that person, and I move on, climb the ladder, build my international career.
Perfect.
And then I can also be a person that will be like, they call them, like, you keep advertising the school.
Yeah, you are like an ambassador.
You become an ambassador.
A good ambassador for the school.
That's the best word that I can do.
So guys, listen to these tips very well, because I mean, to get a motivation well written, it's not about the quantity of pages that you've produced. No. I have seen his motivation. It's just one page. So I mean, like I keep saying, your motivation should address some basic things, and it should build on credibility. Like he's saying, his reference letter said he's achieved that when he was working with an organization, and in writing his motivation, he then linked that to what he has achieved. So when their admission committee is looking at your documents, they can see that you are not lying. There's credibility. Well, I think let's talk a bit about life itself in Lithuania. How is life in Lithuania? Like, what do you this Ghana Bankud and fufu there, Ghana, we need. How is the food?
I mean, one of their staple food, or I would say their staple food, is potatoes. And I mean, as a Ghanaian, potato is one of the things that we enjoy.
It's almost like bayeré.
Yeah, bayeré and everything. So most of their meals, you find potato around it, whether cooked, fried, boiled, roasted, you find it around. And so for life on the daily in Lithuania, it's more like I have, to look after myself. I have the responsibility of taking good care of myself. So food, I'm able to adapt to their meals. And there's also like I found the African restaurant, the African shop, where I can buy
some African
stuff. And there's luckily the foodstuffs there.
And the
ingredients, most of them are from Ghana. So you find I think the Nkulenu, those things. The kondo, you find the rice, that the basmati rice and all those things. You find the packaged, the abenkwa and all those things. You can find it there. So you just have to whip up your budget and then get something for yourself. So you may not be able to afford it like every day and all that, but if you get that one to change the atmosphere for you.
Like I always say, as an international student, look, Charlie, you want to survive and finish the program, because your focus is to finish the program and build your life from there, not to actually let's not deviate much. But let me just find out from you, do you pay fees or so how is the fees? Because most people watching us, Charlie, we don't have the money. We want scholarship. And now that you are there, you are paying fees. How is the fees thing? And how are you managing in terms of accommodation and all those things that most people are worried about? Because of that, they are afraid to even apply to a school in Europe or Lithuania, for example. How is the conditions in terms of that?
So for Vilnius University, there's an opportunity for tuition fee waivers even when you are applying. You are submitting your application. So in the system that you submit your application, you fill the form online and then you send the reference link. They send it directly to your reference people. Then when you click submit, you get a pop-up that asks you, are you interested in scholarship or tuition waivers, whether full, whether half, depending, or you don't even need it at all. And then you just check that boxes and everything. And so for international students, you have the opportunity to enter into this draw. If you are selected, they call you, they send you an email, and then they arrange, and then you get that opportunity to get a tuition waiver, especially for master programs and a PhD. I mean, definitely the processes are different from I'm an undergraduate, so mine is also different. And then there are also scholarship opportunities that you can apply to, whether one-time scholarship opportunities from the university itself, and even during your course of study, when you are a high performer, automatically you are selected by your faculty or even the university to get some support for the semester or for the year. So you have those little opportunities, and then everything culminates to give you that push, that cushion to be able to do your study. So apart from scholarship or tuition waivers related to the school, there are also other forms that you can be able to apply for. On the part of tuition, the amount is, for instance, in my faculty, the amount was less than 4,000 euros. For an academic year. Yes, so you can imagine in universities such as
top universities like that.
Top universities,
No, that's it.
You can be able to end up getting, tuition fees like 9,000, 10,000 for an academic year.
I mean, and I know colleges, even colleges in Australia, that they pay a semester, they pay almost like $10,000.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
But for my university, for instance, when you look at the study programs and you look at the tuitions that are attached to them, apart from, so for instance, medicine, for instance, you can get, when you go to the website now, you can get something around 13,000 for an academic year. Right? So that's, when you divide it, you are paying something, not really so much. In bachelor programs, for instance, if somebody is interested in economic and investment, which is 3.5 years course, you are able to get something around 3,160 per academic year.
That's
for a tuition fee.
Cheap.
So if you're able to secure a scholarship,
if you divide this by 12 months, for academic year, then it's like that's cool.
300, maybe, or something around 300 a month.
300 euros.
300 euros a month. So I mean, the highest tuition are found in the integrated studies, which is medicine and dentistry. The rest, for bachelor programs, none of them goes above 4,000. For nursing, for instance, you have 5,000 euros, which is one of the new courses that I think I see on the website. And then I mean, it's relating to those ones that you can look at the
and what of the of course, now you pay this, you need to pay your rent. How is that? Is the rent, do they have student dormitories that you can
So Vilnius University has the student dormitories. So depending on which of the cities that you find yourself in, whether you find yourself in Vilnius, which is the capital city where most of the faculties are, or you find yourself in Kaunas, which is also one of the cities, and then there's also Cholet. There are also some of the faculties. There are definitely dormitories that you can apply for. You know the portal where you fill and submit your application. You can also there's also a point where you are asked whether you are interested in a dormitory, and then you fill that, and then you can be entered into like the system. So getting close to your admission, when you have your admission, getting close to when you have to relocate, you get information from the dormitory officer to allocate you that room for yourself. So there's a dormitories available, but you have to apply for it to be able to get it.
Even in Ghana, Legon, you have to apply for
Legon
Tech. You have to apply for it.
Most of the universities in Ghana, yes.
Yeah, you have to apply for it.
You have the dormitories available. Apart from that, there are also places that you can rent for yourself, and then you get your comfort.
Right.
So if you don't want dormitory, you go
for private.
For a private one. So there are a lot of them around.
The dormitory will be cheaper because it's shared dormitory, and you can pay as little as
sometimes as little as 100 or 150 euros.
You see, which is so nice. So
that is relative, depending on your situation.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I always advise international students, Charlie, if you go there, don't bother luxury. For now, just finish the program. Yeah. So the small bunk bed you can get and pay the cheapest to live, just live there.
Yeah, and there's also the assured security there for you as well. So you have the opportunity to also integrate with other people from different countries too. So that's one of the good things that you find yourself doing as an international student. So it's helpful.
And also, this is a small country in Europe.
Yeah.
Do students get some on-campus jobs to do and off-campus jobs to do along their studies as well?
Yeah. So Vilnius University, currently what they are giving to students as like not the university but the country, but it's in connection with the universities. Okay. When it comes to visa, is the temporary resident permit, which gives you the opportunity to work as you study as well. So
wow!
You can
unlimited hours.
I think unlimited hours.
Because for people like in Canada, I know in Australia it's just 20 hours a week. In Canada, I think it's similar, and in the UK,
you have to bear in mind you are here to study, so you need to find jobs that will give you that balance and all that. I haven't come across the number of hours yet, but I know that I've seen colleagues and I have friends who are working, and they have certain number of hours that they are allowed to work, even within their companies.
Okay.
So they give them, like, let's say maybe 30 hours a week, or maybe 20 or something, so that you'll be able to. Because they're also concerned about your studies.
So
true. They need to not to bother you. A lot.
That is the fact, because most people say, okay, if you're a student, we can't give you this number of hours.
We
can give you. And I don't know how long you've been there, but I know people have opportunity to continue their lives after school. If they get a good job in Lithuania, they continue their life there, or move to any of the European countries. How is your interaction with students, and how do they see life after school?
Quite importantly, I have come across like the students that have graduated. So the graduates of some of the faculties, and then I have seen them who are already working in Lithuania. So some have decided to move.
And the thing is that they spend their currency is also euros.
Yeah, so I mean,
good money.
That's a good thing. So you get the chance to work. So everybody's story is having a different route, a different path. So there are some that I have seen graduating and then already getting a job, or there are some that are already working, and then after graduation they get a chance to continue in the same work. So the hours just change, or the arrangement change with their bosses. So I mean, that's one of the things that I think is good about where you study and the flexibility. And Lithuanian business environment is a thriving one. Is one of the growing business spaces that I've seen so far. I've read
Wow.
about and I've
Wow.
come across.
Wow. So, guys, now I mean, this interview is getting interesting because for me, I've never heard of the country Lithuania. I've heard of it anyway, but not to study there. And I don't know many of my friends who are studying in Lithuania. So it was quite surprising for me when our friend Victor, I realized that he was studying there, and we've now become good friends. So I decided to have this conversation with him, and I believe that you have learned a thing or two from this conversation. The thing is that don't sit and just think things can happen. What you need to do is to actually work for things to happen, and everything is in your hands. You can ask for help, but the majority of the effort needs to come from you, not anyone. So from today, pick your laptop, your phone, and Google Lithuania. Google the universities there and look at which of the programs you want to study and how you can get there. Like he's shared his story. Within 1 month, he got admission and he moved to Lithuania, and he's currently studying in Lithuania. And so, you those listening to me, if you also want to embark on your journey for education abroad, specifically in Europe, don't focus on the known countries because there the competition is too tough. Focus on the less known countries, which offers you the same standard, the same opportunity. And Lithuania is one of the countries I would recommend for you because of the good stories I've heard from Victor. So, Victor, um, we would wrap up our conversation, but I just want to say thank you to you and to also give you 1 or 2 minutes to encourage young people who really want to embark on education and they want to get the foreign experience. What advice will you have for them?
To start a journey like this, it means that you have thought through, you have planned, and you have decided that I want to become this person in my life. So your journey is in your hands. And to move outside, I mean, first of all, you need to have the plan. You need to have the reason why I'm going to study in this particular country, because you can't just wake up and move and then when you get there you become stranded. And so you need to have a lot of things in place, resources and all those things. And then read a lot about where you are going, see the opportunities that are there, and see where you fit in, especially in those opportunities, so that when you get there you are able to integrate quickly into the society or into the environments that you find yourself there. There are a lot of stories that we've heard that people are going to these countries everywhere around the world, and then you get there, and then the known stories that we have heard, which may not be yours, you want to leave that particular story. Like we know those stories. I don't want to jump in, but what I will encourage you is that travel and see. That's one of the key things that has stuck with me when I was even growing up. Like I had a teacher who says travel and see. So you not just see, you experience the life, you understand what it means, and if it doesn't going to work for you, there are always other opportunities somewhere. So meeting Doc today has just, it's more like an opportunity to refresh what my path is. So I will urge you to seek advice from people who know, who have experience, and then learn also on your own and try to find solutions, not just only on the internet. The agents can help you, but then also seek a way to help yourself. Like take the action, and if you are not sure, seek help. So
Good. Right. Thank you so much for sticking with me and Victor through this important interview. Your journey to study abroad start now. Move on and get things done. That's always the thing I tell people. Is you have to be passionate about what you want to achieve, because I mean it's about you, not about anybody. Start your journey today, and remember to follow this our page, because we will be bringing you very exciting interviews that will make your journey abroad to study easy and more successful. Follow this page, recommend it to your friends, and you'll hear back from us with another interview. Until then, see you. Bye bye.